What's up, everybody? Time for another video. Today I want to do a video on just the suspension on the truck. I want to talk about what it takes to get the 37s on the truck, what it takes to actually clear the 37s, not just drive down the street with them, but actually be able to wheel with them and not completely tear everything up. So I came out here to a local little spot that we use sometimes just to goof around. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do a quick walk around and then we'll go do some exploring and try and flex the suspension out. So let's get started. All right, so as you can see, truck's got 37s. There you are, 37, 1250, 17s. These wheels are the SCS Gen 5, I believe it is, and they are -38 offset, no wheel spacers. So also the truck has 0 lift spacers on it as well. Anyway, let's get into the front suspension first. So I'm going to show you real quick what we got going on, and that we got an idea. But we've got the Solo Motorsports lower control arms. These are the stock length lower control arms. We've got the 333 cam eliminator kit. These are the Dobson IMS coilovers, and that is a OME, Old Man Emu spring that I have on there, which was left over from my old shock setup. I will have to get the part number off those springs for you, but we've got an SPC upper control arm, and you can actually see I do not have these things maxed out. Still need to get, I still want to dial it in a little bit better, but for now it's okay. As far as rubbing in the front, you can see sometimes if I hit some super large bumps, the tire will, the suspension will compress and it'll rub right here. But this gives you a good idea of what has been trimmed and cut. So the pinch weld has been knocked completely flat, and down at the bottom here, I took an air hammer to it and just flattened out as much as I could. Also, you can see the fender has been cut back, and the fender has been cut back almost all the way to where the clips are. It doesn't look as bad outside because I left the flare. Luckily, the tires do not come in contact with the flare, but they did the fender. So the fender is cut back. The bottom of the fender is cut down here all the way back to the bolt, basically the mounting point, to give more clearance for turning. You can see where the tire rubs the frame rail right there on full lock. That is partly due to the control arms. The control arms do not have built-in steering bump stops on them. So, it does give you more angle, but also you have to keep it in mind that there's no bump stops. So, so that's the front. I'm gonna cut it here and then go to the rear. All right, let's talk about the back. The rear of this truck has a pretty good amount of flex. You can see I've done some trimming on the bumper, which I'm going to be doing some more. You can actually see right here where it's coming in contact with the body back here when it stuffs the tire. It's definitely something that I'm going to trim up some more because I want to be able to slowly start removing some of the bump stop in the rear. But really nothing done at all up here or on the front side. Believe it or not, when the suspension flexes, as it compresses up, it kind of pushes back a little bit, so it usually comes in contact on the rear there. I don't have any issues on the front side, even though it looks fairly close. As far as the bump stops go, let me see if I can show you. So this was it was meant to be a temporary type deal, but ended up, going a lot longer than I planned on. But I don't know if you can see that, but I basically took a piece of square tubing or rectangular tubing, and I have to measure, but I think it's 3-inch extension, and just extended the factory bump stop basically. It was a quick fix for going on a trip up into the mountains, and it's been on there for a year now, and it works good. Panhard bar relocation bracket. They're Dobson springs, Dobson long travel shocks, and I just finished putting on yesterday the I think it's pronounced APOC arms. So just got those on yesterday. Upper and lower arms, they're adjustable. They've got poly bushings on them, and kind of just testing them out right now. So I'll give you a review on those, you know, after I get some time driving on them. But so far so good. But that's pretty much it in the rear. So nothing crazy. You can see the fenders or the bumpers cut a little bit. You can see same thing. It rubs right here on this metal body piece right here. And at some point I'm going to trim that up. And also I want to put a steel bumper on it, so that'll get removed, and I'm not going to worry too much about it grabbing the bumper anymore. So, but anyway, so that's about it. Let's go ahead and see if we can go do some goofing around and you know, test out the suspension and get some videos of it flexing for you guys. All right, well, I did it. I got the suspension flexed out pretty good. There's, even with the lockers on, it's not wanting to break free. The front has a lunchbox locker, the rear has a Detroit truetrac. So I guess that's where she's at. She's stuck right now. So let's get it out. All right, so you can see she's flexed out pretty good. Problem is this sand is super soft, and this truck's got a habit of breaking axles, so I'm trying to learn some different techniques and just be real gentle on it. But yeah, oh, you can see a good view of that nasty looking bump stop there. But I'm gonna grab some rocks around here and get some rocks under the tires, and that way I can get the tire to grab onto something. So, but you can see it's just spinning. This sand is just like, it's really soft. So let's see what we can find. All right, so I got it out. For some reason the phone stopped recording. Anyway, I got it out. You just used a combination of 2 rocks there. There's one right there, and then another one's buried over there. Anyway, she came out. I'm starting to wonder if I've got another broken axle in the front. I replaced the driver's side axle from my camping trip recently up into the mountains because I snapped it off inside the diff. But that right front is not spinning. And I'm wondering if that axle has been broken this whole time, because like I said, this thing's got a lunchbox locker in the front, and that right front is not doing anything. So, but anyway, I'm gonna end this off right here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the video turns out okay. Next video is going to be on the transfer case swap and the ADD manual ADD actuator swap. So it's just a pull cable instead of an electric actuator. So anyway, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.